I'm going to stop you because this is a long movement, and it's not a performance class so much as a discovery class. So first of all, we're going to applaud because it's a beautiful thing. So Daye is how you pronounce it. So Daye, do you know who this boy is? Do you have any idea who he is? What's his background?
Well, I researched as he experienced what the heaven's like, and he's like...
What happened before he got to heaven? This is really rather important because he died of starvation. That's what it was. He died of starvation because his mother couldn't bake the food, and he said, "Mother, mother, 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 save me, save me, save me," and he died. So he's coming to this moment in a state of utter deprivation and despair. He wakes up, wow, it's heaven! And he is overcome with joy and excitement. He can't believe it. Right? So the reason I stopped you was because I realized you didn't know that. And I didn't want to go on hearing somebody sing something that they didn't know. Right? When you sing, when you know, then it's going to be quite different. Okay, so how old is this kid? He's about 11. No, I just invented that, but that's my thought. He's about 11. And he led a totally deprived life. And now suddenly, dancing and singing, right? It's going to be a completely different life. So you have to help a little because you're very slow. Very, very slow. So now we have to go. That's the joy and spontaneity of heaven. Right? Do you know which instrument this is playing that? Clarinet. Do you know another piece in which a soprano and a clarinet play together in a most magical way? Do you know any other piece in which the clarinet and the soprano live and love together? Shepherd on the Rock. Right. Shepherd on the Rock. Schubert, Mahler's favorite composer. Right. So Mahler knew all of music. He knew everything, every piece of music that had ever been written. And he... Schubert is here. This is Schubert. 1, 2. Can you do really pianissimo? Because it's marked P.
Oh.
P. Not there, but that's some professor. Okay. That's a professor. This is Mahler. Always go back to the original score. If you're a pianist, go back to the score and find out what the composer wrote and which instrument it is. Yeah, there it is. P. 1, 2, 3. I can play softer than that. Viennese dotted rhythms. Yum ba bum ba bim ba bim ba bum ba bim ba na bum ba bum ba bum ba bim yum ba bim ba bim ba bim. Little slide. Just so you know, do in the cello, isn't that funny? Little, yeah. You can't really do that. You just imagine. Have you ever heard Mahler play this on the piano? You haven't heard Mahler play this on the piano? There's a recording of Mahler playing this on the piano. It's fantastic. It's very fast, incidentally. It's a piano roll. It's really interesting because it's so free that you think, how would any orchestra ever play that? And of course they don't. But when I discovered this thing, I was just dumbfounded. There's Mahler playing. I closed my eyes. He's sitting right there playing. Oh, it's amazing. Once again. Now. Right. Now, this boy, that's much better. Now is something happening. This is a boy with lederhosen, right? He's warbling like a bird. Isn't that amazing? It's so beautiful. And he's just enjoying the joy and ease that suddenly he's never experienced before. Never in his life. He's been a deprived kid. He's never had enough to eat. So, and imagine you've woken up and you've just discovered yourself in heaven, literally in heaven. You say, I can't sing, of course, but you understand. So do just before, one bar. No, too slow. Yeah, good. If you could get your voice out. Virgani, Virgani, Virga, Virga, Virgani, Sandi. Otherwise you just disappear into that sound. Come forward a little bit. Okay, one bar.
Drum tone will das irdische Meide. Keine weltliche Tümer hört man nicht im Himmel. Lebt alles in sanftester Ruhe, in sanftester Ruhe.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Look at her face. She got it. Isn't that great? You made a contact. And it's no longer about your singing and your voice. It's all about them and what they're getting, the experience that they're having. Behind this young man, you know, when I did this once, years and years ago with my youth orchestra, I did it with a boy soprano. And it was an amazing thing. Leonard Bernstein was furious because he thought he was the first person to do it with a boy, but he wasn't. And the boy was fantastic, and he's grown up to be a major singer now. He's an important singer. When he was a boy, he was 12, and in the Musikverein in Vienna, he didn't appear. He was up in the balcony, on the golden balcony, and he was hidden. And we played the first three movements, and then Robbie Bobby, suddenly this boy, this cherub, appeared. Wir genießen die. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing sound. If you could be more boyish, more like a boy. Can you walk like a boy? I don't think so. Do you know boys walk completely differently from women? You know that? Yeah. They kind of walk like this. Yeah, like that. No, it's a little bit too. No. Wir genießen die Höhe. Yeah, no, it's more like, yeah, we're getting there. Put on some lederhosen, you'll be right there. Okay. Great. Whew. I'm so glad you've just eased up because you're so tight, you're so worried. You think it's about you. It's not about you. If only we musicians could get that. It's nothing to do with us. We're just a vehicle. It's about this kid. It's about the discovery of heaven if you starve to death. That's what it is. It's about joy. It's about incredible exuberance. Right? So should we try that? Yeah. And good. If you do once more, and remember, you're talking about irdische Meiden. What is that? That's the earthly sorrow. What happened to him when he was on earth? Right. So that in the background, that's there. Right. So wir genießen. We enjoy heavenly joy to avoid the earth. That's what this is about. Isn't that great? Here we go. trouble, no earthly trouble in heaven. Right? Remember, you remember the earthly trouble, right? So, kein weltlicher Getümmel. So that was very good. The first phrase was great. Can you be a little softer so that she can come out? If I were conducting the orchestra, I'd say, shh, shh, pianissimo, pianissimo. Once more. Now, shh. Yes. Good. Lebt alles in sanftester Ruhe. Everything is in the softest peace. Be very calm, very legato. That was great. Du kein weltlicher. I never do this, but can I suggest an effect here, which is you do it without vibrato. So when you get to this, in sanftester, really white, strange sound. Could you do lebt alles? And if you could do, let me show you this in the cello. The cellos are going. So beautiful. That's what's happening. While she's singing in sanftester Ruhe. That's the way to play that. Very delicate. Can we try kein weltlicher? Would you do? Oh, isn't that beautiful? That D sharp. Get it a little higher. Yeah, right up next to the E, so it scrunches once again, and one. Now. Yeah. Oh! This is somebody with a fantastic ear, and he went, oh! I love that. No, most people wouldn't notice the difference, but the people who love music and who feel music, they respond to every little nuance, every element, every consonant, everything they respond to. Isn't that great? Thank goodness for people like that. Otherwise, we'd be just swimming around in the desert, you know. Do it again, once again. No vibrato. Now, this gentleman was thinking, wow, look at him. I mean, he was thinking, my goodness. Wow, that was beautiful. And that's what we want. We want always to have something that we're saying that people say, either, oh my goodness, or wow, or some reaction that is different. And he got it. I mean, look at him. Can you see? Isn't that amazing? I mean, music is such an incredible thing because it's the most social activity ever devised by human beings, because it brings people together like that over a non-vibrato sound. It's kind of a miracle, isn't it? But I love that aspect of music. It's a social activity involving people. Okay, you're doing beautifully. That was great. Lebt alles. And very delicate. Lebt. Give her an E. Lebt alles in sanftester Now, this is totally different. Totally. Wir führen ein englisches Leben. We're living an angel's life. Wow, and it's faster and it's exciting. Complete change of mood. Okay? And the mood you created was spectacular. So let's just do the last 2 bars before 2.
Wir tanzen und singen und hüpfen und singen und singen.
And now suddenly, wow, that was beautiful. Great. Great. Terrific. Don't be a singer. Just like I tell, don't be a cellist. Be available, totally. That was great. That was great. I wish we could do the whole song because I look at my clock. Let's just go. But that was beautiful. San Peter in Himmel steht zu. That's just an old church Italian oil painting. Suddenly in the middle. This little boy's been jumping around. And when I recorded this, it was a wonderful singer called Camilla Tilling. She was the soprano. And I had a whole session with her alone in Glyndebourne, I remember. And we worked out, and she was leaping around, like dancing like this while she was singing. It was incredible. And it comes out on the recording. You can hear her. I mean, she isn't actually dancing while she's singing, but she could. It has that feeling. So let's just go on. Yeah, now wait. What's happening here? Johannes das Lämmlein auslasset. He's killing the lamb. Even in heaven they kill things, right? And this boy is a farm boy, so he knows about killing animals, So Johannes das Lämmlein auslasset. Der Metzger, the butcher Herodes, right? He's killing the animals, and there's blood everywhere, and he's rolling up his sleeves. And so, can we do that? Can you get a little bit tougher? Have you ever killed an animal, like a pig or anything like that? No, exactly. What a pity. Wouldn't it be great if we could really experience these songs fully? Okay, here we go. 2 bars. That's the oxen. That's the oxen dying, right? And the lamb. That's those animals are dying, right? So everything's got to be exaggerated. Mahler, everything is going to be exaggerated, and when you exaggerate as much as you can, it's not enough. It's never enough. For Mahler, it's never enough. Isn't that great? I mean, we know about Mahler that he lived absolutely, you couldn't go on a walk with Mahler because he ran. He walked so fast like that, people had to run to keep up with him. Isn't that amazing? And he talked so fast, and he was a swimmer, and he was a mountain climber, and he was a total being. And he believed that the whole world should come into his symphonies. The symphony should be about the whole world, including death and blood and oxen and everything. I know you're miserable about it, but let's try it again. Roll up your sleeves. Here. Clarinets here.
Johannes das Lämmlein auslasset, der Metzger Herodes verpasset, der Führer der Gottes verschuldet getötet, sein liebliches Lämmlein verloren.
St. Lukas.
Lukas in
That chord, yes, that chord. Oh, I love that chord. Now. you've got to remember, he's talking about all the food that's up there in heaven. And food means a lot to him because he's never seen any. Just if you can just be so full, and don't make a laundry list of all the food. Every piece of food is worth it. It's something special. Right? So you have to say, this is so exciting, and you have to be very spontaneous about it. Head, eyes, everything wide open. Imagine you're surrounded by tables of food and wine, and it's too much. It's too joyful. We've got to get a sense from your singing of what life was like for that boy in heaven. And we don't get it yet. We don't get it. But it's coming. Very soft in the orchestra at tempo primo, so do 2 bars before tempo primo. And if you can just be abundance, do you understand what I mean? Be abundance. Everything about you is abundant. It's full, it's glorious. It's breathing open like that. Here we go. 2 bars. That's better. Frisolen, beans. Good. This is Keck. Keck is a wonderful word in German. It means cheeky. And you're right, it's Keck, be cheeky. You're talking about apples and berries and these are the fun things of life. Imagine a 11-year-old talking about his toys. Because the 11-year-old in our society never has to worry about where his food is coming from. He's worried about his toys, particularly around Christmas. This kid can't believe his luck. He just can't believe his luck. Oh my God, apples, berries. He's just ecstatic. So can we try from there? Can you do me a favor? When you do, like that, jump up in the air, right? Well, 1, 2, 3. Fishes. St. Martha's the cook. Isn't that lovely? I would try, and it may not be right for your voice, but I would try to do this like an old-fashioned chorale from the Renaissance and do it without vibrato. Should we try that? You have a gorgeous voice, absolutely gorgeous. Let's try from there, Daye. Yeah. I would tell the flute, the 2 flutes and the clarinets also no vibrato, and the horns and trumpets no vibrato. That's magical, magical. You're great. Now let's do the final section. We just have time. Now you've come into a different world. Before he's talking about food, now he's talking about food for the soul, music. Right. This is the central point. This is where, when we did it with the boy, he couldn't do this. He couldn't really get into this. He could do the food better than anybody, but he couldn't do this. And this is for a grown-up. But it's a moment of incredible peace, and again, Schubertian, very sublime. There is no music on earth like the music in heaven. And Mahler actually manages to have created something like heavenly music. It's extraordinary. So just try right on where she comes, upbeat to the 13, 2, 3. That's your kind music.
Nicht auf Erde, die unserer vergleichen kann werden.
11.000.
Jungfrauen zu tanzen sich trauen.
Can you imagine 11,000 young girls dancing in a dream? Oh, just make it, eat the beauty of the words. It's an amazement of what you're describing. One more time, 2, 3.
Keine Musik ist ja nicht auf Erden, die unserer vergleichen kann werden. 11.000 Jungfrauen zu tanzen sich trauen.
Good. That's St. Ursula. Answer. St. Ursula is laughing. Right? She laughed, and she's a little plump. You know, she's plump. Good, beautiful. St. Ursula. Just do St. Ursula. 2, 2, 3. I just want to say one thing to you. This is one of the most beautiful phrases that Mahler ever wrote, the end of the symphony. You have to be conscious of the rhythm because some people are playing triplets and some playing a duplets. And if you go off and play in your own world, they can't do that. So be very disciplined about that. Would you do after 15, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars? And there's 3 in the violins, 2 in the cellos. 3, 4. And so on. Good, bravo, beautiful, great. Well done. You know, yeah. I want you to get I want you to get what this applause is about. It's not saying bravo, not saying you have a beautiful voice. Okay. It's not saying congratulations on your training. It's not saying anything. They're saying thank you for being available. Isn't that right? That's what they say. I can feel it. That kind of applause is not bravo. It's thank you. Thank you for living. Because you could easily say, look, I'm a singer and leave me alone. Right? Many singers do that. Maybe most singers do that. Right? Leave me alone. I'm a singer. I go, ooh. And you didn't do that. You jumped, you danced, you sang, you loved, you cried, you did all of that. And that's what Mahler calls us to do. Music calls us to do that. Life calls us to do that. And they know that, and they say, thank you for doing it for us. Isn't that incredible? You do it for them.
That's touching for me, too.
Yes, exactly. Beautiful.
Lustig, das lustig daneben, wie viel in eine Schöne